I mean, you're gonna hear me regardless, because I'm just gonna be like, hey, what about this? What about this thing?
Apparently, Game Rant made an article of how Tiny Tina's Wonderlands raid bosses stack up to Borderland 2's. It, Wonderlands has raid bosses? Question mark.
I hope they're not counting that like one DLC as a raid boss, because that's not. It's not at all.
That's what I'm assuming, which is why I said as I did. I'm like, it has raid bosses? Question mark.
Because like the only thing in that entire game that we have seen that could even be considered a raid boss is the one Chaos Dungeon boss that sucks that we're stuck on.
Yeah.
I've invited Valorith to help us with that at some point.
Mhm.
Just like maybe just a third person will help. I don't know, but I want it. I want it done because I would like to get past it and maybe keep going with that. But anyway, we're live. I didn't do Okami today, but I thought this would be fun because we had like a blast watching like all of Xenoblade 1 and memeing the shit out of it.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to use the plugin that I wanted to because I have a thing installed which like lets me like split all of the audio up. So I could have one for Discord, I could have one for the game, I could have one for browser, and I made one for the Elgato like window that shows up. But guess what doesn't want to send its audio to the plugin? The literal most important thing
Mm.
for this. So it's all on one audio source and there's nothing I can do about it.
Mm. So apparently they're counting the bosses at the end of Chaos Chambers,
Those are not raid bosses.
right?
It's the like the most raid boss that the Chaos Dungeon has gotten was like that first one, where it was like the not sea lady one,
Yeah.
because that one like took forever to do. But that was like it.
Which even then, I'm not sure if we have lives similar to like the actual Chaos Dungeon, because that was one thing that they kind of like mentioned, which, again, they're comparing, the end of the Chaos Dungeon boss to Borderlands 2 bosses, and like Terramorphous, and it's just like, oh,
Terramorphous sucked.
oh yeah, most certainly, but
Cause like okay, so like raid bosses that so we had Terramorphous in the base game, which sucked, absolutely sucked. You had not quite Terramorphous in the Oasis DLC. It was like that giant worm thing, I think.
Leviathan.
No, wait, no. It had something else. It had something else. It still wasn't that great. Uh, Torg had Pyropete, which I think actually was really good because there were actual mechanics you could do in that. Hello, Vicur
Yeah.
and Valorth. Well, we're getting ready to start here in a second to finish this. Tainartina had the raid, the Dragons of Destruction, which really annoying.
Yes.
Um, and then I think Hammerlocks had that like giant Strider thing,
Yes.
which was awful.
Well, it's not even just that the fight is awful. You had to like go and activate the separate things on each corner of the map in a specific like time limit, I think.
I don't remember, but just the whole experience was awful with that. Um,
Yes.
but let's go ahead and so like I don't know how much of the DLC this is going to encompass because like I know there's like some scenes. Although we did watch the end of Xenoblade 1, and like at the very end, there's like the point of no return cutscene, which is its own cutscene, and it pops the choice. Do you want to continue? Yes or no?
Yeah, it was great.
You can actually select no on the cutscene viewer. So I don't know if we're gonna miss anything with this or not, but it's better than playing the entire thing again. But I want to at some point, but I feel like this would be fun. Let me know if you guys can hear it, because I can turn it up a bit. Actually, will just right off the bat, just turn it up like a little bit. There.
That's simple. Today, we use our power to fell a god, and then seize our destiny. All that I am is fading. The memory of a god's existence, born from the chaos of creation.
It's just a hell of a way to
It's a
start a
bit
DLC.
low.
A bit loud?
No, Vakira says it's a bit low.
A bit low. Oh. I thought you said it was a bit loud.
No.
Well, I'll turn it up there.
What were you looking at? The sea?
I wasn't looking at anything in particular.
We'll try that.
If anything, Fiora, I was thinking. Thinking about the future that awaits us all.
Bright. Look at how bright it is.
1 year later.
1 year later.
Oh my god, look at this fucking advanced thing now.
Beep.
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 There it is.
Melia, we're in sight of Alkmaar.
All right, I'm on my way.
Oh my god, they definitely changed her voice actor.
Holy. Wow, that escalated quickly.
Yes, it did.
It's like the voice and the laser.
Yeah, voice and then suddenly.
Beep.
So it's worth noting, I played this once when it came out. Actually, like,
Yeah.
months after it came out, and then haven't touched it in, like, a year.
I like her new outfit though.
I do as well. I like it better than her old one. It's a shame. I think that Xenoblade 3 is going to use her old one. If
Yeah.
anything. It's probably not going to use this one. Vikir, is volume good now?
Dinosaur noises.
Dinobeast!
Dino Beast. Tiny Dino Beast.
I've got to, because I know I've told you, but I've got to reiterate for stream, Ricky's so good. Like, the Nopon characters that they make for Xenoblade are so good.
I prefer Tora still.
No, like, absolutely, I like Tora more than Ricky, but, like, all of, like, the main Nopon characters in 1 and 2, like, Bana, his assistant, oh my god, the Banos is fucking dead.
Yeah.
But like Bana, his assistant, like Tora and family, and like Ricky and like the Chief, like all of them are so good.
What in the world was that?
It happened so
I didn't remember that intro.
and suddenly a black beam.
Black? That was
That was
orange,
orange.
sir.
Some offensive method, perhaps.
That was an
Oh, no.
orange ass laser beam.
Oh no, he's gone colorblind.
Some complete
1 year and he can't see the future. He's now colorblind.
some components sustained heavy damage. Are you neglecting the fact it's like half in the earth?
They'll have them in Alchemar.
It is now submerged. I think not only the beam ruined it, but I think the water.
You're still very much
Water plus electronics equals.
Good thing I came prepared. We'll probably be needing this.
It's my oh god.
Monado 2!
I think that's legitimately what it's called, but I'm trying to remember.
voices.
It's his Nero Monado. Look at that engine
Neo
ass
Monado.
blade.
Neo Monado.
It's Kino and Nene. What are they doing here?
Shulk.
Yeah, those are characters I remember.
they will explain this because I did the same thing. Don't worry.
Unworrying.
I love loading screens. They're so good.
Yeah. Alright.
Did it disappear? I wasn't paying attention.
Anyone so much as breathe this way, rifle and Kino go blah, blah, blah.
That boy.
Kino, Nene, are you hurt?
Let us help too.
Miss Melia, Mr. Shulk.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
More is always merrier.
I need a cough drop. Do any of you have one?
It can't be worse than like I'm trying to remember her name. Rayona from Alicization like Chorus. The singer of the opening is like, hey, like, I gotta talk like this, like always. Like, you remember who I'm talking about, right? I don't know if you did her quest or not.
I did not do her quest. I
Okay.
think I did, but I think I skipped all the cutscenes because I didn't care.
Go like watch like any cutscene with her, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. She has the whisper voice.
Yeah. This isn't the whisper voice, but it's definitely
Like a step above.
yeah. Raspy kid voice.
Speaking of cough drop, I need one.
Big sis, we did it! Job is good one, Kino.
That was amazing, you two.
I think they definitely got new voice actors for these.
Fighting together again.
Just so.
Either that or early
The children
bloomers.
here upon Ricky's household. No injuries, Kino.
Well, actually, in terms of Melia, it might just be that she got older and can't
Yeah.
quite do that pitch,
Not so good with strangers.
or couldn't quite get it.
Oh, really? Most interesting.
Yeah, because it does sound similar now. That first voice line was definitely
A shock.
something. Yeah.
Alright, well, you know what?
For location.
Which is the bigger shock? Going from Xenoblade 1 to DLC voice actors, or going from A Realm Reborn to Heavensward?
Oh, don't even. Don't put that evil on me. Blue Alpha, no. No.
Blue Alpha,
Don't bring up Blue Alpha, no.
This looks promising. We can
I had to translate that in my head. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, wait.
Then we have Red Alpha, no.
Hey, look, it's Green Alpha now on screen.
Yep, Green Alpha, no.
What were you two doing out there? Rather, how?
Man, Sinian is gonna have a field day with 3 Alpha Nos.
It's Red Alpha No Jr.
About that.
Melia, I think these two must have
Oh god, imagine Estinian, like, seeing the Nopon and trying to tell them apart.
Small green one, small red one,
Oh god, there's
slightly
another small
larger
green
red
one.
When you consider their relative positions, I think it's quite credible.
The capital on the Bionis shoulder.
So yeah, so like, spoilers for Xenoblade 2. Okay, now they've probably muted
So
by now.
that is where the junks comes in then.
At the end of 2,
I appreciate
they like go to another world of some sort.
even though we won peace with Zanz's defeat.
So there's two options.
the
It's like,
rebuilding continues.
it is either a rebuilding of their own world, or everyone got transported to a new world, which is my
I
theory.
also know that you've been putting in every effort.
So in this new world, the continent that they all crash landed into, and the Titans became the landmass of, that's on its back, essentially. Like, it's laying down,
Shunk.
like, again, like our normal continent. And seeing that intro with the Bionis, like, showing like, hey, it's kind of like on the ground, could totally still be the same world.
Indeed.
Because my theory is, I'm going to say this on the stream, my conspiracy theory. End of Xenoblade 1, Shulk makes, like, kind of renews the world, like, remakes it a little bit. Kind of, like, we don't really know what went into that. But regardless, we have this world. We have the parallel world of 2, which something happens to it at the end, and all the Titans crash into an unknown landmass and become part of it. Xenoblade 3, we have seen some guy with a not quite a Monado. We have the High Entia, which are only in Xenoblade 1. We have the Gormati, which are only in Xenoblade 2. And we've seen...
Nia and Melia with masks.
Yeah, Nia and Melia with masks. So it means they're all in the same world somehow. My theory is that they all landed in the same, like, world from Xenoblade 1. And that's what we're going to pick up in 3.
Opportunity to help people who are in trouble. That way can become friends with people everywhere.
My other theory is, like, they said Numa/Pyra/Mithra was like a data core or whatever. I don't remember the exact term. Malos was also the same.
That does explain things.
Alvis was an administrative system, and the remake has that little, like, core crystal that looks exactly the same as the other ones. So I'm thinking, hey, that was also the third crystal that went disappeared. That's my conspiracy theories.
Your tinfoil hat theory.
You were alone.
I'm just gonna add in the text source real quick.
Dadapon bring Kino home. Said, here is Brotherpon. That day, nobody made comment.
Put that for like
Except Kino. Kino.
5 seconds.
Could say. That why.
Okay. There we go.
Europon.
Just put spoiler over and then the overlay.
Yeah.
So they just said they snuck aboard and said, "Hey, we wanna help."
Yep.
Yours is a most noble sentiment. I am utterly certain that Ricky and Oka are proud of you too.
Who Oka? I'm assuming Wifey Pon.
Yeah.
Are in a bit of trouble right now. We could use the help.
So there is a mechanic in the DLC that I think is hilarious, but I don't know if it's in the cutscene. So I'm gonna wait for a few cutscenes and see if it shows up.
Uh-huh.
It's the party gauge mechanic, if I remember correctly.
So, we'll be heading for the capital to find parts for the junks.
Yes. About that.
Hmm?
It's a bit of a hike, but could we check out that cave?
As it billows menacingly.
Explain.
I'm a bit concerned.
But
What you said about defensive measures.
You fear we may come under fire again. Is that it?
Yeah.
So, like, I know Xenoblade 1 base
This is
game
true.
had mining
Caution
mechanics,
frequently pays off in the long
like,
run.
where you could, like, harvest resources from, like, some things, and then, like,
Great.
harvest ether crystals and do a whole bunch of stuff you never saw in the cutscenes.
yeah.
This game also does. Or this DLC also does.
Hmm.
And I think they expanded on it with 2, with, like, the harvesting points of, like, different things.
Yes.
Because Xenoblade 1 had, like, the collectibles where it's, like, I would go to a place and you'd see a little glowy spot and you would be like, oh, I picked up insert thing. And that was it. And, like, they were collectibles and you could sell them. If you filled out the page, you got a thing. I kind of wish Xenoblade 2 had, like, the collectibles, like, list for, like, the page, because I liked filling out the page. It was nice. It was satisfying. But, alas. I have the affinity charts for that. All the affinity charts.
All those bleep loops.
All the bleep loops. I'm working on it. I'm making some progress. I've got Mithras filled out. Pyrus is almost filled out. I've got Praxis filled out, almost.
Only you'd play Dragon's Crown.
You know my issues with that right now.
Are there really? Only
It's
high
mainly...
living here.
I am just stuck in Xenoblade 2 mode right now. I really just want to play Xenoblade 2. That's really just it.
I know.
It is nothing against Dragon's Crown. I just really just kind of want to play it.
Oh, hello.
And, like, when I get in that mode, if I play something else, I'm always just, man, I could be playing Xenoblade 2 right now.
I just was hoping to do that, and get you done with that before I am in Monster Hunter mode, and I don't want to play anything except Sunbreak.
Oh? Why's that?
We'll see.
Was no defense platform. It was a monster we've taken to calling the Fog King.
The Fog King.
Now that I've kind of figured out what the issue is with, like, the touchpad, I think, I might be able to stand it a little bit more.
You're from the Imperial Guard. Are the swords you carry just for show?
Taking a sword to it is folly. It laughs at our attacks. It's like hacking at smoke.
But you don't have the Monado.
It's Monado time!
Dum-dum.
So that's why you call it the Fog King.
We fought
He's got such a, like, stern face.
But in the
Right.
end, it won us nothing at all. The Fog King's attack poured into us hard. Eventually, we gathered the High Entia and anyone else we found and gave up the capital so that we might live.
How awful.
My grieving heart belongs there. Our heartland, our capital. Yet I cannot even mourn it.
Somehow the technology still works to keep it afloat,
Yeah.
Nexus,
but the teleporters don't.
Yes?
please, you have to tell us how to get inside.
Shulk, be serious.
Boy, are you hard of hearing?
Eh?
Then you should know better.
No matter the situation, we have to go. If I fix the junks, we can all leave this place. Then, once we're in Colony 9, we can make plans to retake Alchemoth.
No point.
Why not?
Shulk, do you think we took all that lying down?
Huh?
We're not stupid, you know. We did all we could.
Yeah, but you don't have the resources of an entire colony.
But that's a dream
Yeah.
that won't come to pass, and it already cost too many lives. have to be blunt with you. Let it go.
All right, we still need the parts though, and they're in the city. Like, my dude, like we still gotta get in. What do you want?
Judging from the speech,
Shulkman out of boom.
convincing him.
We're stuck here.
Quite a predicament, Empress Melia.
Oh my god, this man,
Who are you?
this fucking guy.
I humbly beg your pardon.
Oh, hi, Geen.
I didn't say it.
Personal Protection Division of the Alchemoth Guard Regiment.
Is
Geen,
that
take
so?
those silly wings off your head.
That is my bet, Sir Gelgar.
Where's your extending sword?
Perish the thought, Your Majesty.
It's funny because that's basically his hair.
It is. It really is.
Age dawns, and we half-breeds are chosen for its caretakers. With you, Lady Melia, as our shining paragon, I cannot but address you as Majesty.
I have no patience for wheedling. Especially from knaves who spit on their ancestors.
I would never dream of doing such. I merely spoke plain truth, no more.
As you wish,
I think his outfit, though.
but the Majesty address is burdensome to me.
It's very purple.
I like purple.
I'm spitting facts. It's very purple.
Until you deign to acquiesce, Lady Melia will have to suffice.
So kind, Sir Gelgar.
I'm sorry. If the Empress says, call me this, you fucking call them that.
We really need to get to Alchemoth, no matter what. Ah, yes. I have heard your exchange with Maximus.
I like,
Hindering the Empress's
to do anything else is like disrespect.
great fool, if ever there was
Yeah.
one.
Ah, that lighthouse. I remember it well.
To begin the authentication process, one must raise their hand to the transporter. The device is configured in such a way that only some of the Hyentia in this land and the Imperial family may pass. Hence, Lady Melia should not have the slightest issue activating it.
Issue.
Tombs, then.
That's our ticket into Alchemoth.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Yeah, okay. It's not just me. I heard it. You heard it too.
Kind thanks, Bird Mister.
I definitely heard yes.
I am but a humble servant in Lady Melia's employ. If it not displease my ladyship too grossly, may I offer you my companionship on your journey?
No, go away.
I have a modicum of skill with the blade. Please rest assured.
I appreciate the offer, but must refuse. We do not lack for strength.
Indeed,
Runs.
a great shame. Should the need arise, I shall remain ready to serve.
Certainly. By the way, Sir Gelgar, this outpost appears to consist of naught but soldiers. Where might all the other refugees reside?
They dwell beyond the Grandel ramparts, which lie below this point.
They live at a remove from you, then?
Yes, because of the Machina who live there.
What do you mean?
Might you have forgotten? When the war broke out, it was the Machina's treachery that lit the fuse. Were it not for them, we needn't have lost our brethren and our home.
You couldn't stand the Machina and thus moved away?
Precisely.
Got it.
Then
You're
the war is
racist.
concluded, Sir Gelgar.
Understandably so to an extent,
Some
but
simply cannot
Yes.
let go so easily. Melia, shall we go see for ourselves?
Ah, yes.
but it's like
Very well. Sir Gelgar,
if the exclamation we were gave in Xenoblade 1 was correct, which I'm pretty sure it was,
You'll find passage.
the entirety of the attack on Bionis was orchestrated by, at maximum, 2 Machina.
Yep.
and just a lot of robots.
Yeah.
So Gelgar, thanks for this.
See you friend later. Please to be extra careful of self.
The same to you all.
What is this Yoda speak?
Don't die, you must not.
You must not, don't die. I'm curious. So I don't think we get I don't think we get it, but it's like, so imagine like you have like Yakuza has like Majima construction, right? Where they have like all the guys with like, the hard hats and stuff.
Yes.
So imagine that, but Nopon. It's just a bunch of Nopon, I think, wearing like hard hats, and you like collect them all over the place, and they like help you fight, and you can like summon them and just do like this big like charge like attack on the enemy with the party cage. And it's so good. So I don't think we get that on a cutscene, sadly.
Yeah. Can look it up later.
We can.
Or at end of stream. I don't know.
I would have to dig way longer than you have time for.
Yes. As the laser beam comes shooting out.
You okay?
Fucking boom.
It'll come off boom.
Funny, Bertie.
No, nothing like that.
If I can't have it, no one can.
I see, like daughter, like dad.
The war is over and peace is
What?
You look sad. Is tummy hurt? Are you hungry?
Indeed, that even here, people would embrace it with open arms. But the reality is different.
The wounds have not yet fully healed.
Quite. Those who lost their home.
What I
Those
like about the
who died,
DLC is you get like
those who bear
a
grudges,
different area of like the
those whose
Mayana's
flesh is
shoulder,
scarce.
Yes.
because the area
But you didn't.
that you go to in Xenoblade 1, it's mainly just like a giant sea, and you teleport to a bunch of platforms, and there's like the occasional landmass you can go onto. This is like a whole landmass. This is like the reverse. Like, you have this
Yes.
whole landmass, you have some water here and there, but
You know, there's the other pun of Mama Pun, but still full of boats.
Kino.
Exactly. Before, Kino cried every day. Did not even want to go potty alone. Sis,
the eyes.
irrelevant to discussion. Embarrassed Kino not show up as many. Agree to disagree. Anyway, cannot abandon hope. That one's words.
Hope.
To become the hope of the High Entia is a fate that you choose for yourself. As long as you remember this, it is certain that you will be worthy of that name.
You are the hope of the High Entia. You will not transform into a
It was a design choice to make this a still image instead of a cutscene.
You can still succeed
Yeah.
here alive. You have the power to end our suffering.
Some of the budget ran out.
I wonder just because like those lines are not like right next to each other in the cutscenes, so instead of like doing a
Yeah.
lot of editing, they just made it a still image.
Yeah.
Friends. Thank you. I think I can
Nevertheless, I am
see
correct.
that.
It was a design choice to make it a still image.
Yeah.
Onwards to Alchemoth.
Were you guys going to like the other camp?
Uh, I know that they mentioned it. They asked, hey, before we leave, like, you're all soldiers. Where are the civilians at? And they said, oh, they're over there, and then they left. Oh my god, the screes! Dinobeast!
Also, in that last cutscene, were they implying that fucking Ricky's dead?
No. No, and I definitely get what you're saying. No, there's just like, they're not here. So, like, I've lost dad and mom. They're not here right now. Like, either that or, like, Kino's adopted and they just haven't told us yet.
Hmm.
But no, I don't think that's the case. Dinobeast!
Why would all those Telethia be gathering here in one place?
Transporter, over here!
Sure is lucky that beam of light isn't firing.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, the laser.
Yeah.
The transporter is running.
So it is.
But how?
Maybe somebody activated it.
In any case, we can't afford to dally here.
Agreed. Let's go.
It's like it shot him out of the sky.
Right?
It's like they're right there in the open. But okay. Game design.
Well, they explained the laser. I just don't remember what it is.
Game logic. And they did it in Strangers of Paradise.
Strangers of Paradise was, like, weird, though.
Yeah.
Where they, like, put all of the lore and, like, weird stuff, like...
No, I
in
just mean
notes.
with the laser that was trying to murder you through the most of the level.
Home of Miss Melly needs some
Which one
rain.
had a laser that was trying to murder you? I know, like, there was, like, the ballista in Astos' castle.
The one on the
We'll have our
to the
work cut
giant
out for us.
mecha scorpion.
What is it?
There's that one laser
Oh!
at the
That
end of the
one.
hallway.
That one. Oh, God.
Yeah.
It was traumatic. I pushed it out of my memories.
Look like
Just fucking obliterated us. Just... oh, no. There was my HP.
The world is still in its early days. That could explain the instability. That, or it's still being reborn.
Does that really explain this?
It could do.
It could.
Alien creature. Is it from...
It's a possibility.
In that case, it may well be lurking nearby. Let's stay together and keep a close lookout.
This is why you keep your god powers so I can go and explode it.
Kino,
Yep.
And
how
fix
about
this shit.
turn around and toe to face? Bye-bye-bye. Gotcha. Little joke there. No, no, big meanie. Mama?
A child's voice. Where?
Up there!
In the direction of the scary thing.
I think those were escalators in, like, the original game. The base game. Like, those stairs.
Yeah.
Over there!
The child is in danger. Quickly. Are you all right, child? Wait, Talon.
Ah, Miss Melia.
His voice.
How did you?
We can talk later.
Shulk. No, I think we got some time.
That fluffy mist. So that scary king of fog.
Yeah.
This fucking jazz theme. Like it had like the menacing intro, then it busts out into jazz. There's just some dude shredding it on the piano over in the corner. Like, I don't remember like what the composer's name was. It's like, oh, it's only a kid's movie. You don't need to go that hard in the soundtrack. The soundtrack, it's like the guy on the beach with the piano on fire. I don't remember the composer's name that they used in the beam. That's what that soundtrack is. Just on fire. What was that sound?
King of fog all cleared up.
We can only hope. Look,
I'm the Iron of Sauron. So we found out where the laser beam came from.
Yep.
that beam.
What about it, Shulk?
That was the same attack that brought down the junks.
Then that would mean...
It's the one-winged angel place.
I got it. Wait, there it is. I got it.
It looks.
Yes, I would have to agree. What now, Shulk?
We might as well try. Nay, nay.
Understand.
Ganon.
You can't even land a scratch on it.
Melia! Kino!
Leave to me, ye faithful of pain. Begone. King of fog, bright dust.
It is just as Max has said then.
Melia! Let's pull back!
Is it just me, or does that thing look like something from Gravity Rush?
Wise.
It most certainly does.
Would they call them the Nevi?
Yes.
Okay, that was actually really cool. Using two types of magic at the same time.
Yep. Well, at least they
Okay.
slightly fixed up the running animation.
Can't follow us.
Yeah, definitely like looks more like running rather than like
Certain of that.
Yeah.
Briskly walking.
The Telethia will keep us safe.
briskly over animatedly walking.
Well, that's
Overly animated walking.
though I don't think they realise it themselves.
Ah. Right. Your mother was one of the affected.
I don't like his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, his eyes. They're so
Oh.
big.
That's like a
Thanks a million for
anime
saving
child
that.
thing though. Like they're always huge.
I know.
Like I have been watching Fairy Tail recently, as a lot of you who talk to me know.
Sorry, miss.
I have met Asuka recently. Her eyes are huge.
Yeah.
I snuck in to gather research
But it's just
material.
weird seeing it in
But
this
then
game,
I
though.
tripped over some rubble
What if it's like weird anime like world logic? What if your like
You the one who activated
eyes
the
are just
transporter.
that's like the same size? They're just that size always, and your face just grows bigger around it.
That's basically what we're seeing right now.
Like your eyes are always this big, but your face grows as you get older, so it just looks more normal as you grow older.
Babies in this universe are born like a
To transform
cyclops.
Telethia.
It just splits apart at like age 3.
Yep.
Like 6 months after, it's like, look, honey, his eyes have finally split.
You have your own laboratory.
Not as grand as my old one, Mum.
He's finally grown his second eye.
That was attack Teelan. Maybe the Telethia are connected to all this. Teelan's research could help us make sense of it.
Meanwhile, plot is going on here.
There's a lot of plot going on. We're talking about like what its eyes look like when it's a baby.
Fogbeast? Is that what you've been calling them?
Fogbeast.
Fogbeasts always appear around the Fog King, so the name seemed appropriate.
Makes sense.
Right.
I want Ricky to say Fogbeast.
You won't be guiding us on the
Fogbeast.
I need to clean up. Else there won't be anywhere to
Well, why is
stand.
it fog? Why isn't it like mist or like
Hey, wait!
smoke?
Shrub.
He's gone now.
He fucking fumed. He's gone.
Yeah.
What is it about science boffins? Always doing whatever they please.
What the fuck is a boffin? Hold on, I'm looking this up.
Told
Like a puffin.
you probably have it coming.
Melia, do you just
Damned fools. They think to second guess.
boffin, a person engaged in scientific or technical research. She just said the same thing twice.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Geen is being sussy. That's right, I use sussy.
He's reporting to Eisen.
I wanted to take a drink, and oh, it's a good thing I didn't take a bigger sip.
It happened live.
How many times have I told you, you do not go there alone?
But I really needed that material.
Doesn't matter. Why did you disobey me? If something happened to you, we would lose everything.
I like her design.
Tyrea?
Oh hey, remember that one person?
Huh? Wait a second. You know Melia, big sis?
Tyrea's your big sis.
We want Kino and Nede.
Right. That explains how you came to the capital just in time to save Teelan's skin.
Smile. Oh wait, I'm in trouble.
Sorry for the trouble. Truly. Although I am glad you were there.
Yeah, you really helped me out, Shulk, Miss Melia. And you too, Kino, Nene.
Tyrea, I didn't expect to see you here, helping Teelan with his research.
Yes, well,
Tyrea, she's changed.
Teelan, I'm going outside for a bit to get some air.
Got it.
Fix my hair from clipping into my boob.
I didn't know you all knew big sis Tyrea. How'd you meet each other?
She tried to stab me.
Well, that's because Tyrea and I share an older brother.
Huh? Does that mean you and her are sisters then?
Sisters? No. It's rather more complicated. But sisters, we are not.
Well, still, that means you know her from way back. What was she like? I've only known her here, in this place, so I got she was before.
She tried to stab me.
She was
It
strong,
was a something.
both in body and in her conviction for doing what she thought was right.
That's a way to put it.
Wow, pretty much the same as how she is now then. When it comes to our research, she's even more committed than I am.
So she has not forgotten her mother.
Where did you and Tyrea meet?
It was when she saved me from the Fog King.
On a trip to Alchemoth, like today.
What? No. At the time, everyone was still living there.
Before the Fog King showed up.
Yeah, and then, after we all escaped, I was kind of on my own, so Tyrea brought me here for safety.
One moment. Teelan, was your father not still around?
My father was killed by the Fog King.
Well.
Is that so? I'm sorry.
Tyrion just like Kino. Brave little pun.
I think I'll get some air too.
Go ahead. I've still got things to ask Teelan, so I'll stay with him.
Good, thank you. Sharp it up.
No more voice! No!
It's just.
Miss Melly, Kino go too. Kino, please read room.
Oof.
Oof, the...
Tyrea,
Of all the people to meet out here,
how did you...
pure chance. After everything, I wandered aimlessly looking for somewhere to die. Then, at some point, I landed here.
So then, you were here all along?
That's right. And so, when the capital fell here, I thought Mother had finally granted me my boon.
But it was full of Telethia, and survivors cast adrift. Not to mention this Fog King.
Yes, he'd be the one to end it, or so I thought. Until fate had me save Teelan, and death ceased to be an option.
Your mother, she did not grant you a dying place. She gave you our future by crossing your path with Teelan's.
My helping with Teelan's research is a simple matter of give and take.
If you really believed that, you would not have treated him half so warmly. I can tell that when you look at Teelan, you see family.
I like her hair design.
Yeah.
His research
I like the, like,
concerns
3
the
colors.
future of our race. That fact remains.
The future of the High Entia, huh? And what about you?
Me?
You must have heard. Our brethren in this land are suffering.
Yes.
You are the imperial successor. The crown princess, war or no war. No. Empress now. What will you do about the future of our race?
I have not planned that far ahead. However, I know enough to realize what I must do right now.
I hope to see it. This future you will build for us. And when I do, I hope I'll be able to accept what I now am.
Yeah, the walking definitely looks more natural now.
Yeah, I was about to say, look at that. Definitely more natural. Oh, it's
so
so
you
cool.
are ready to lead us after all.
Ugh.
It shall be my privilege to clear the stones from your path.
Pulls out a gun. Loads gun with malicious intent.
I better go get the shovel.
Miss Melly,
you learn anything from Teelan?
A little. He said that for all the details, we ought to talk to Radzum in Grandel.
Meeting should be no problem. Dylan say he sent word to guard the Grandel ramparts to let friends through.
I think like getting to Grandel was like another one of those Xenoblade 2 problems where it's like the path they want you to go is not the like direct path, so I ran into like a few issues getting there.
Yeah.
The high Entia
I don't think it was as egregious as 2 was, though.
I have a duty as the Imperial successor.
But there is still like a little bit of that, like, to get here you have to like take this really long convoluted route to get up there, and it's like really weird. But I think in this DLC I ran into that problem
Thank you.
twice, maybe 3 times at most, which is I think a lot for a DLC, but like overall like not terrible considering how many times 2 had it.
Yeah.
I really like Xenoblade 2, but damn, it has some issues.
Indeed.
I think its main issue was just Unique's being aggressive to you, and like the path that you should take not always being the direct one that it should have been.
Permission to shoot.
Shaking. Permission to shoot, sir. I haven't saw anything heinous.
Too bad our good friend isn't gonna be here.
Yeah, the
Friends of Teelan's, are you?
I don't know if Akira would find this funny. I don't remember what his actual name is, but they just called him like Square Stash or whatever. But it's like the one colonel in Colony 9 just has like 5 scenes where he shows up, does absolutely nothing of importance to the story, but shows up nonetheless and is the focus of part of the scene. And it's so good. If you let me fall here, I'm gonna make you do push-ups so long your legs will fall off. Some shit I don't remember.
Again, additional touch that they didn't need to, but they did anyways.
It adds a little bit of levity to like the serious moments that I think it needs. Like, I know there's like a place for action and there's definitely like the place for comedy, but I think like good writing is being able to like balance it out. Like, you know, you have the comedy moments and you have this really serious moment, but it's like we don't want you to like get stuck in the seriousness. Here, have a laugh, and then we'll go right back to it. Like, the majority of the Marvel Cinematic Universe was really good at like balancing that.
Yeah.
Like, this game was good at doing it. Xenoblade 2 was even better at doing it. Looking at you, Banner robot scene is still my favorite scene in that game. Big Emperor's New Groove energy. I have a recording of it on my computer somewhere.
Yes, you do.
Ugh.
Nene, look! What splendid armor! Oh, it's true! Scales so shiny and sparkly!
It looks like the one blade of grass that like faded out because the camera got too close to it.
Sure is.
to me. Have you come from Companion's Cave, by any chance?
No.
We've just come from the laboratory. But we were at the cape just before that.
And was everyone there all right?
Yes, it seemed to me.
Thank goodness. That's a relief to hear.
Is something wrong?
You may be aware, but originally, we all lived here together as a group.
Do high Entia females just not know what pants are?
Exactly.
Apparently.
At first, we managed to tolerate each other in relative harmony.
So I don't think I've seen a single one that's not Melia, like, wearing pants.
The final straw was something trivial. The companions tried all sorts of ploys to retake the capital, but none of the plans succeeded. Many soldiers were lost this way. One Machina had had enough and told them to just give up.
And that's when it happened.
Yeah. They shouted, if you rust rats hadn't betrayed us, we wouldn't have lost our brethren and our homes in the first place. Things got heated, and then they left and didn't look back.
They shouldn't have forgotten that we all lost friends, family, and homes.
They're soldiers.
You mean Hobbs?
On the line for their country.
So many homes.
So many Hobbs.
When their country was taken
Much
from
homes.
them, the extent of their anger and resentment was fully understandable.
Yes. Still, we who stayed behind don't bear them any grudges. They protected us
What is
all
their problem with
for a
saying
long
yes?
time, regardless of race.
What?
But
And bear
she
in mind
also
in the
said
end,
yes.
they didn't cast the Machina out.
Maybe it's like the recording software they used or whatever, or like the microphones.
That's why
Weird.
we pledged that if they chose to return, we'd welcome them back and meet them with a smile.
I will do whatever
Is it a
in my
Britishism?
power to make
I
this
don't know.
I don't know if Akira is it a Britishism.
Inflammation.
Why are my eyes sweating?
We have heard that someone by the name of Ratson lives here.
Radsom. Yes, he lives over there.
Why are my eyes sweating is a really good one.
Thank you. Very kind.
It was Radsom, actually. He was the one who told the companions to give
Yes.
up their quest.
Yeah, like whenever they say yes, like it sounds like yeth, and I'm like, why? Like I don't think it is, but like it's like, what else is it?
Let's go and see him straight away.
Yes.
Because it's two different people saying it. Either that, or that's just Melia's voice actor talking to herself in two different voices.
Could be.
I'd believe it.
I'd believe it too.
Oh no, it's the one mind.
One whole mind.
Oh god, what was it? What was the one mind? It was the Nath from 14. I was like, what proper noun was that? What game was that from?
A mind.
Are you perchance Radson?
Yeah, that's me. How do you know my name?
Teelan mentioned you. You are his fellow researcher.
Oh, I see. Teelan sent you. Him and Tyree are still getting on okay?
I love his like goggles.
Though she
Yeah.
did give him a
It's
bit
not quite
scolding
goggles.
earlier.
Don't think it is, but unfamiliar with some accents in the UK.
I did warn him not to be reckless. But when it comes to his research, that boy has tunnel vision. To be honest, so does Tyree.
Does she come here much as well?
No, hardly ever. She's even more focused on the work than Teelan. I couldn't begin to guess why she's so driven.
It must be about her mother after all.
Radsom, we have questions. About the Fog King.
That's why you're so curious.
We need more to go on. What can you tell us?
We need to fucking leave.
Because of the Telepathy Etherfield, the Fog King and his Fogbeasts seem, well, unable to escape Alchemoth.
Etherfield.
So that's why they're circling around.
It's the means by which Telethia eliminate any excess ether that they absorb. Now, the Fog King and his beasts happen to give off an awful lot of ether.
I see. So all Telethia in the vicinity flock there to feed on the ether, and as a result, keep the threat contained.
Oh, this hot noggin of Kino. It get worse if not shut up.
My order
Ouch.
worked against Fogbeasts, but not the Fog King. Or rather, it didn't even seem to
Fucking
make
slap
direct
him in the
contact
face, why
with
don't
him.
you?
Shulk, Melia, would you do me a favor and head to Teelan's lab, borrow his Telethia research notes for me?
Sure, we can do that for you.
There's something I'd like to look up about the Telethia's ether field.
Understood.
I don't remember how they beat
On
the
another
Fog
note,
King, or like start like
We
able
heard
to
that you
like
spoke out against
hurt
the
him.
companions.
I voiced an opinion, yes. I can understand their impatience. Their ancestral home was right there. However, I couldn't abide watching them throw away more lives for nothing.
Nothing. Sounds quite stark.
At first, there were hundreds of us living here. But now, well, you've seen for yourselves.
And all because of the Fog King.
Yeah. So I think you can see why I said what I said. If we end up extinct, we'll have won nothing.
Well spoken. But I'm sure the companions would find those words hard to swallow. I'm sorry. Your people are no more free to go home than we are.
No need for you to apologize, Melia. In truth, it's not costing me any sleep. They seem to be catching on too. After all, they've stayed put since then.
When you put it like that,
I don't care that you left. Just stop dying.
Grandel
Yeah.
are living under considerable strain, not knowing what became of their homes, and with no means of return.
But that's also true.
So like, it makes me wonder, since like they're living on this like giant float like hunk of rock, were they stuck here?
They're feeling desperate, and it's making them unreasonable.
Probably.
It too sad.
We were like that too once.
I love you can see like the giant interactable rock down there.
We were.
Yeah.
That true?
Mind me!
Eventually. All because we wanted to
Is that a
protect the
Titan?
world, and we made that dream a reality. We brought down Zanza.
Overcoming our prejudice gave us strength and unity, because we shared a goal.
How long after the first game do you think the
Ransom's folk,
third game's gonna be?
companions, and others. We all
50 years.
It could be. Blades live a long time,
Yeah.
and Hyentia do as well.
I'm returning home.
I don't think it's gonna be that long. I think at most like 20.
The hero volcano.
Grown up Shulk with like
That
a
would be
beard.
my-
Oh god, no. Adult Ryan.
Mama, what that thing?
Oh god, the Eye of Sauron.
It's like the one we saw in Alchemy.
I see you.
Shulk, let's see if we can get closer.
Yeah,
His sword looks like you could. There you are, Monado boy.
I see you. I'm back. I'm back for my cameo.
I'm pulling out all the toys today.
It seriously looks like an eyeball. It's just gonna move at any second and blink.
Yep. That vertical blink.
I love it's the eyes. They're like, oh fuck, I'm out of here.
Miss Molly, look ahead.
The fog.
Just explode.
Fogbeasts.
Here they come.
No time for deliberations. Let's go, Shulk.
Got it.
There he is. There's that guy again. It's like the Team Galactic thing, and just like it's like it has this really good like bass line, suddenly like jazz. Like, don't get me wrong, I really like it. It's just kind of like it's weird. It just goes from like this menacing string section to like upbeat jazz. I think they went like, because like Xenoblade base game was like trumpets and guitar galore. This
Yeah.
thing seems to be more strings and piano.
The Fogbeasts were meant to be confined within Alchemoth.
I don't think that's where those ones came from.
What do you mean?
The rift made normal monsters transform into Fogbeasts.
We didn't have enough stakes, so the stakes were raised.
Oh hey, what about all the things in the city?
Yep.
Oh no, Granddad.
Ba-da-da-da.
What is matter?
The Armus could turn into Fogbeasts.
Meh, no one to picture that.
I agree.
Sorry to rescue.
You get back, the city is burning.
You say that.
I do say that. That's usually how it happens.
Befogged Armus. that is a word. Befogged.
Befoggled.
Why are you late to work? I'm sorry, sir. My ride to work was befogged. I couldn't see anything. I think it's like like one of my favorite memes though that isn't like a template. Was like, it's like Saturday. It's like, hey, I know it's Saturday. I know it's your day off, but like, could you come into work? I mean, I can, but public transit's notoriously slow on the weekends. All right, what time do you think you'll arrive here? Monday.
Ransom, are you fine?
Miss Melia, these armors. It was so sudden.
You can explain later. Let us do the fighting here. You should seek refuge.
Right you are.
They're so dangerous, flailing in their one spots. It fucking waves at him. Hey.
Stop those arms.
God, they definitely fixed the animations. This looks so much better.
Yeah.
I don't. It's just in the base game, it's so uncanny because they're like they look like they're running, but they're not moving fast enough to be running. And then like walking is kind of like sliding.
Yeah.
We're almost like halfway through it already.
Let's go.
I mean, it is just the DLC. Was what Torna was like, what, 3 hours long?
Yeah, close to.
How many times have they said Monado server? I don't think that.
None.
Thank you for that.
I don't even think they've said Monado once. I think you just said, "Good thing I
Nope.
have this thing."
Yep. They have not mentioned Monado at all.
We've said more Monado more times than this game has.
Yep.
Real Heropon never ask compensation. Where it say that?
We need to use the Monado to kill Fogbeasts.
Outstanding influence that's responsible for our armor's transformation.
Looks like it. We saw it happen before too.
To be fair, we did have like an overindulgence of the word Monado in the base game, so it's like it overflowed and it's like, all right, now it's balanced.
Vileness.
Yeah.
Consider, with the size it was before, the rift's effect was limited to the area within the capital. But now it's getting wider.
One moment. In that case, if the rift keeps growing larger,
All monsters everywhere could be changed by the fog.
we must find a way to fight back.
We'll need those research notes for that. Let's head for the lab.
What's up, Phoenix?
Oh, whoa.
The Monado boy's going to save the day. Oh no, Gaelgar. Gin Ichimaru's gonna attack Ichigo. Oh no!
Not my Bleachigo.
Gin Entia man. I don't know.
Villain, what do you want?
What the fucking hell? I love that sword.
Of a new age dawning.
Beep.
I'll protect you, and I'll work, I swear.
Behold, the widening rift.
It's a symbol of our new god.
Cause you.
Spare me your ravings.
Beep.
Beep. Become as gods.
Beep. Beep. Who did that beep?
Ow.
Oh, Lady Melia, the hope of our race.
The robots would be so much better. Just like, just went beep just every time I could. Ow. Ow.
Sweeping
Ow.
away some heavens.
Shutting
Their
down.
research is blasphemy against the commingled blood.
Don't you comprehend the import of what you're interrupting? The very future of our race hinges on their work.
You think this is the future? This reactionary struggle to revive what is long buried? The future of the Hyentia is us. We are what the race ought to become. We are the true face of the Hyentia.
If not for our ancestors, we would never even have drawn breath.
Ancestors? I recognize them not. You, Lady Melia, are our progenitor. You were our beginning, and you will be our future.
New god.
If you would interrupt this research for the sake of spouting your nonsense, you do not deserve my mercy.
Melia,
Why won't you understand? Why won't you accept that we are the
Oh
ones
god, he
who
opened his
lead?
eyes.
You will not so easily.
He's serial
Repeat our
now.
history.
So be it.
Go, Shinzo.
The father of our king.
Beep.
I think I remember this fight being a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I believe it. You got some beeps and some boops.
It's still like every fight that I have complained about being a pain in the ass so far has been easier than trying to beat Elma in Xenoblade 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know I am not wrong. I'm not.
I will spare you. Just be gone from my sight.
That look though. That was like an Anya-ass look.
Yeah. Ah, gotcha, bitch!
The crown is mine now.
Talon! Vix's help!
Better safe than sorry. The pure blood meets its end today.
Are you okay, Dylan?
Telethia, here! Damn! She's okay. She's all right.
I'm sorry. I couldn't save the future.
What's the thing in your fucking hands?
Probably just some of the notes. I was like, what the fuck are you pointing the gun at the tent for? I was like, oh wait, this is how they healed her initially. Melia, we have to do this again! Stop it!
Melia!
This is the second time you've died, and we had to go and find the Dragon Balls.
We're in Nathan's house. The lab went up in flames, so we carried you here.
Reminded of like the Goose Game meme of like the goose has gathered all of the Dragon Balls. The dragon appears out of the balls and says, what is your wish? It's the goose honks once, and the dragon goes, it shall be done, and disappears. Nothing has changed. You fear for the worst.
You should think long and hard about what the death of a leader would mean for us.
Come on, Big
I
Sis,
see it
that's
every
enough.
so often, and it's still good.
This idiot
I had to.
What?
To protect it at all cost. The research.
How can you be so fixated on that?
Our salvation lies therein. I believe it now.
Melia!
And yet, ultimately it was for naught. I caused trouble for everyone. And I couldn't even save the documents.
Then what was the fucking book?
That's not true.
That's what I said!
If you and your friends hadn't come when you did, there might not have been anything left of the research to continue with. And also, here,
What's this?
it's the book you carried out of the
You
fire.
don't even
Ring any
remember.
bells?
This tome. We found it in the tomb.
Yeah,
We did?
the book that started my research. If we have this, me and Tyrea can carry on with our work. Sis, are you with me?
Yeah, right. We can study the problem until we make some headway.
Miss Melia? Thank you.
And now we got Robot Man with us.
Likewise.
Talon. Tyrea.
You've only just woken up. Come on.
I love
we'll let
we've
you
got
rest.
like
Yes.
Melia,
Thank you.
Maxis, Tyrea, Teal, and you know, like somewhat normal, and then we have fucking Gaelgar.
He's fucking dead.
The fucking bowling pin sound.
I half expected that to like somehow like start up and fly off with them. But then it wasn't actually a thing that would fly.
Yes.
Makes me sad.
Much better now.
I feel like that has happened before. Like, I don't remember what it was.
Less braggy, please.
Friends.
No, it was Scooby Doo.
Sorry I worried you.
They're like, it was the Black Knight episode, and like, they're in the museum,
Please forgive me.
and like, Scooby and Shaggy are hiding in like an old, antiquated like plane,
Big time.
Yeah.
and he like, his tail accidentally like flips the switch, and it turns on, and they're just flying through the museum suddenly.
Don't go running yourself ragged for us.
I promise.
Never mind how that thing still works, but
Tyrea.
Oh, if you're looking for her, she figured the Fogbeasts might strike again,
so she picked up a gun and went hunting.
So really, any help?
He went to one of the local homes and like took their gun and just walked out there.
She already has 2. We asked why she needed a 3rd one. She said because, and left.
You're right. I feel sorry for any beasts that wander into Tyrea's path. By the way, did I hear you mention something about defeating the Fog King?
All thanks to our friend's research.
Is that so?
Quite.
A sterling achievement, Teelan.
just an accident.
Still, even so, your devotion to your mother may well have saved our future.
So we accidentally solved the problem.
Right. What do we have to do?
I did B plus C instead of A plus B, and we figured it out.
Effective against Fogbeasts.
I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner.
That's because the ether's concentration was too low.
Concentration?
Concentration?
I just-
Down when adults talking, dum-dum.
The whole thing got me wondering, why did Fogbeasts appear when the rift got wider? I think the intensity of the rift's rays exceeded the density of the Teletia's ether field.
None of that makes any sense to me. How is the density connected to the Fog King?
If we could put up an ether field denser than the Teletia's, the Fog King will become vulnerable.
How does one put up an ether field? Secondly, where does one obtain such highly concentrated ether?
For the field, I think this guy will do the job, with a little tinkering.
The not Monado.
It's just a matter of gathering up enough high-purity ether crystals, except...
Except what?
Those kinds of ether crystals are extremely rare. I'm not sure where I'd even start looking. There might be none at all around here.
Oh, cheer up, all of you. It is not a foregone conclusion. And in any scenario, if we cannot defeat the Fog King without them, we will have to keep looking until we find them.
What if we just gathered a lot of ether crystals? Would that work?
Start by asking around.
I feel like that would work. If you just gathered like
Probably.
a lot. Be another Leviathan scenario all over again.
Yeah.
So now all we need to do is modify the weapon to incorporate the crystals.
Ransom, sir! Fogbeasts have broken through the gates!
Gain.
If only they'd waited a few hours.
Fogbeasts just runs out. Ah!
Right.
We shall do
Ricky would just run out. He literally ran at God with a knife and said, "Down with God." Everyone's standing still. Ricky. Ah! March of the Fog Beast. It's sequel to Flight of the Bumblebee or some shit. There's there's some classic song that starts with March, and I don't remember what it is.
Yeah.
We're here to help.
This rabble won't stand a chance, not against the big one. We'll keep the small fry off your back.
That is a big boy.
Yep. Giga boy.
further.
Yeah.
Please, like,
Yeah.
and Nene teach you better manners.
Shulk did not read the script.
What?
He forgot his one-liner. Everyone else did their one-liner. He's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll stop you in your tracks. You'll go no further. Shulk, yeah.
Yeah. I gotta explain the context of that. So, like, I was testing volume earlier, so I had it on, like, the final cutscene of Xenoblade 2. So I paused it for a while. And I, like, alright, we got everything situated, so I'm gonna, like, skip it so I can go to the next menu. So it unpauses it and fades out, and the one thing we hear as it fades out is Shulk going, yeah.
I hate to say it.
Like, nothing else. There's no context. Yeah. It fades to black.
With Fog King. Situation is tough.
I agree.
I also like how, like, all those fog beasts, like, came directly to the
I will
town
bring
here.
the companions back to lend you aid.
I'm assuming they were nearby, because there are beasts nearby.
Yeah.
They must see the danger.
I don't remember if fog beasts appear anywhere else. I don't remember how it ties into gameplay.
Yeah.
As soldiers of the High Entia, they know it's their solemn duty. I swear it. I will bring them back with me. Please. Trust me, Radson.
I'll be right here, trusting and waiting.
Tyrea,
Yeah. Hurry up and go.
but I haven't even...
Defend this place until I return. Those are your orders, right? Though we're short-handed as it is.
Will you be okay?
Just go before I change my mind.
Thank you. We'll be quick.
Movement. Multiple biggins confirmed.
Biggins.
Impossible. More already. If the rift grows any wider than it is now, Grandel is lost. We must hurry. Come, follow me.
You head straight for the cape.
What are you saying? This will take all of us.
I know exactly what my orders are here. I hope I don't have to remind you what yours are.
But that's...
You said it yourself. If the rift grows any wider, there's no way we'll be able to hold this place alone anyway. This is our last chance to enlist the Companion's aid.
Tyrea.
Radzam is trusting you with this. Now you put your trust in me.
Come on. We make for the Companion's Cape.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Jesus Christ. That is terrifying. Hates the on keg.
Yeah.
Where did these bastards come from?
Out there. There's like two dead sitting there. I was watching Distortion Devil play Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. Now, VOD's still up because it was last night. I recommend watching it because, or playing that game, because the vampires have like the best death sounds. And so, like, before I start the next cutscene, so, like, one of the mechanics is, like, you have the Soul Reaver, which keeps you, like, alive in that realm without having to, like, go back and restore power or whatever. I don't know how that works. But if you get hit, you lose it, and you have to fight with your fists. So when you fight with your fists, you can like stun them and like pick them up. So he stuns one of them, picks it up, and like throws it, and it doesn't work. So he like throws it again. I'm like, dang. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna throw it this way, and he throws it up off screen, and you hear. So he like looks up, and there's like this like devil statue, and like this vampire is just impaled on it on the horns. He's like, well, that works. That explains it. I need to get a clip of it because it's so good. Like, you don't know it's there. You just hear.
For family.
Oh God, the memes.
I should have honestly said that earlier, but it's a good time to pull that out now.
What movie was that from? It's Fast and Furious something, I think, right?
Yeah.
Fast and Furious Family Edition.
I don't know, 7?
There's
6?
so many of them. I don't remember.
I think they're up to like 8 or 9 right now.
I don't know.
I think that was like 7 or 6.
I've not watched any of them.
I watched 1 through 3.
What the fuck was that? Was that mom or ma'am?
Mom. Definitely mom.
Mom. M-O''O''M.
Definitely British ma'am.
M-O''O''M.
Moom.
Moom.
Moomy. Moomy. Sorry.
In it.
Moomy.
In it.
What the hell are you?
Never you mind that. We've come
I'm Melia. Who are you?
Time is of the essence.
Go on.
Would you return to Grandel?
If you're asking like that, I assume you know why we left.
Indeed.
Then you must know why that's not an option.
What if I said Grandel is besieged by Fogbeasts?
Are you serious?
I'm far too busy to come here just to lie.
And the villagers? Are they safe?
Yes, for the time being, but not for much longer. You don't seem all that surprised, Maxis.
No, I didn't know. Just connecting the dots. If we were hit, then...
Well, I trust I needn't spell it out for you.
Yeah,
A
Maxis.
veteran of the guard.
You need not. But it's not as simple as you make it out.
I never said anything about simple.
But you did ask.
You forget yourself, Maxis.
Do I now?
What matters here is that the lives you have been guarding are once again in danger as we speak.
Yes, but...
You're free to have your reasons. But you need to find a way to accept reality and move forward in your life. Maxis, we are the lucky ones.
What do you mean?
We can go home.
That's nonsense. The Fog King has Alchemoth.
Yes, but our home is right there, even if we cannot live in it now. But what of the other refugees? To them, home is gone. Even if they could leave, they have no certainty home still exists.
But we... left them for dead. How could we possibly...
It is never too late to make amends. As long as you live. After all, despite your
Oh, this one like token looking motherfucker next to the crystal.
Yep. Mind me!
Mine! Just
Maxis,
put like Google eyes on it, like the weird like simple anime mouth, like.
Maxis, I'm going with these people. I can't turn my back on them.
Poor Sam doesn't even have a name.
Maxis,
Okay, companion at arms. It's okay. You may go. Companion at arms. A.
All right, I'm in.
So you're with us?
truly.
Yeah, but your fancy
The Kraz like.
needs me.
Family.
Family.
As you wish.
Birdman painting Bon Bon. Real feather brain.
They add just enough.
Yep. Sassy Frassies. Sassy the Frass.
It has only been like an hour and 40 minutes, and like 20 minutes of this has been fluff.
Yep.
Useless little spoiled princess brat.
If you look closely, the lion circles its prey, waiting for the chance to strike. That shot was like a fucking like wildlife film. Oh Jesus Christ!
Really left us for dead. Miss Tyrell, all over. Please, pull back.
Not just yet. Stand firm. Believe in our brethren. Believe in your new.
Oh, look at her iframe rolls, man.
Right?
She timed that perfectly.
She got like that perfect dodge bonus.
Yep.
When you see me fall, abandon this place and withdraw into Grand Dell.
Jurassic World theme plays. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head.
He kept us waiting. You big jerk.
Lady Melia! She's back! And it looks like she brought the companions with her!
Let's clear a path.
Just eats 3 of them. Okay, well, that guy didn't last long. I do really wish there was an autoplay where I could just play all of them.
Yeah.
Maxis, thank you.
It's me who should be thanking you, Ransom. If you hadn't spoken up when you did, we couldn't be having this conversation.
What are you talking about? If it weren't for your help, we'd all have kicked it ages ago.
Hey!
Miss Melly looking for Tyrea? She go back after healing. Cannot put up with this sentimental manure, was exact words.
Sounds just like her.
To a T.
Lady Melia, I'm glad we trusted you. We owe you a debt for our lives.
No. You have only each other to thank.
Huh? Wait up. Melia? Did he say Melia?
Indeed.
Surely not. You can't be the Melia Antiqua.
Antiqua?
Yes. I do get called that sometimes.
That no. What?
that is an understandable reaction.
You need a minute, Maxis.
Impudence. This girl is the true-born child of our late Emperor Saurian, the imperial successor, Crown Princess Melia Antiqua.
Hello, I am Melia Antiqua. I have killed God. Pleased to meet you.
I thought if I announced myself, it could bring hope, but it could also bring despair. What our people need now is hope only. Hence the discretion. I'd appreciate if you treated me normally. Right. That is enough of that. Much work remains, after all.
You mean slaying the Fog King?
We've still got like 5 cutscenes left.
We will form your honor guard.
Yeah, about that.
About that.
You won't. You companions will join Tyrea and guard Grandel from Fogbeast incursion.
Why not? I have trauma.
You feel you want to discard the regrets of your brethren by your own hands. I understand well. But for the sake of those fallen, you must protect the living. Don't you think that's the best way to use your talents right now? The companion's strength, Grandel's knowledge, Tyrea's will.
Strong.
Without any one of those, the town would be lost. It's the only way.
I understand. We accept. Trust us with the ramparts.
Thank you. Truly.
Lady Melia, take care.
Absolutely.
Maxis and his companions. They're counting on us, too.
Yes. Let us perform the enhancements at Radsom's. May we, Radsom?
Only too gladly, Miss Melia.
It's been holding on this joke for bits. Radzum is just Flotsam and Jetsum's brother. The mechanical fish.
It's ready.
Huh? We've not changed much. Still same.
Quite.
Well, it was more of a tweak.
I don't mind. If it lets us take down the Fog King.
Theoretically.
Finally come time for denouement. There's
For-
your Fog King.
What?
Numbered.
I gotta look this up now. Hold on.
Well, it is time.
The final part of a play, movie, or narrative in which the strands of the plot are drawn together and matters are explained or resolved. Ah, yes, the lore dump.
So, you did it.
Thanks to you, and to Teelan.
I didn't know there was a proper term for lore dump.
Friend.
We will do our best.
He is no samurai guy.
We saw it.
What if it was a samurai Monado? Just when you see that that's when the damage took place, it just instead of a slice, it was just an explosion.
Oh, so longsword.
The villa was there to save Teelan from the Fog King's clutches before you came. I wanted to seal it off and trap the monster inside.
Except
The transporters, they don't mean a damn thing to it. Still, it seemed better than nothing, so I put it on lockdown.
is that
I used this for authentication. Take it.
Is that why she has the mask in 3?
good? I shall count on it.
Our race's future is in your hands. Got it?
all right. I won't let you down. Well,
Just hit my mic real quick. Bonk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you just like slapped your mic.
Line of Hero Ponkino.
Did you see the door opening? I said, "What the fuck are you doing over there?"
I was gonna say the same to you. They just the fucking hubs. Hi, Antio, just stand there.
Oh no, it's the Putis video again, where it's just like the slowly going down the road, and the one guy has the pistol instead of the rifle.
Yes, very good.
I am bulletproof. I don't know how those videos are so good, but they are. Poots. If you haven't watched it, look it up.
Awfully foggy today.
I would guess it correlates with the widening of the rift.
it changes nothing. The time is now.
Boom.
Such a good shot. Boom. Was his eyes like spirals for a second there, or was that just me?
Not sure, I didn't get a good look.
Miss Melly, it's working.
Yes, now then.
Melia, let's go!
My friends, lend me your strength. The future belongs to us.
King of Folk will know name of Hero Volcano. Monster in
Yeah, Melia is meant to be the main character in this one more than Shulk.
Yeah.
So it makes sense why they were following her in that.
Yeah.
They had to like translate them. It's like, why are they following Melia, not Shulk? Yeah, I think we've got like one cutscene after this.
Yeah, it looks like it.
success. King of Folk fight dust.
I don't remember. I definitely had to lower the difficulty on this because I was rushing through it. But I'm trying to remember, like, what was I rushing this game for? And I don't remember. Because I wanted to beat it, and then was like, I want to go to the next thing. But
The sky.
Bro.
The rift is expanding.
Mama, something not right. Foggy fluffies all coming together. Okay, not take no for answer.
What is the meaning
I just-
of this?
I have a feeling the bitrate is suffering right now for that.
And now it's
I mean, it was fine on my end.
I know, but for stream it may not have been. I apologize if it hasn't been.
I'm surprised it's been pretty good on my
In other
end.
words, if we could close the rift,
I told you my internet's good. It's mostly just Discord.
possible.
Yeah.
But first, let's do all that we can here.
you're right.
Got all them wibbly wobblies.
This is all over Kino's head. What does Hero Pun fight against impossible odds is natural like breathing. Fine then, time to dish out extra mega serving of fishy fancy with cherry on top.
It's the last one.
No use, it keep happening. What we
They've mastered strafing.
We can bring it down just the same. Our future must be kept safe.
What?
They definitely put their
Telethia?
skills to work putting together these scenes.
Yeah.
What? Bionic?
Melia, for whatever reason, those explosions seem to be distorting and destabilizing the rift.
Incredible.
Lethier sacrificing themselves.
They saved us.
Fine. Time to finish this.
Please, buy me some time. Grant me your strength, friends.
It's the main theme.
Yeah, why didn't you just start with that?
Right? Oh my
That
god,
thing will
she's
solve
fucking
literally
dead.
everything.
Oh, there she goes.
The future is safe.
Like that, the main hype theme of Xenoblade is like the one thing that made it from into 2 from 1.
Yeah.
It's so good. There's also like 7 different versions of it,
Yeah.
and I still don't know what it's called.
It's like, why didn't she just like nuke it before? Because apparently that took care of literally everything.
Well, they destabilized the rift and then they nuked it. No, if they had nuked it before, I don't think it would have worked. Eventually
They
something will
eat
show
their
up.
nuke.
Oh, there it is, okay.
They need to get to it.
So like I thought if I could set it up right, we could probably do something like this with Xenoblade X.
Yeah.
I know I've said it on the stream is like the story of that game is apparently pretty good. The game is not.
Trees.
Huh?
Just a shot of the trees. Just trees.
It sounded like you said freeze. I was like, what?
Oh. Yes, freeze.
Oh my god, it's mushroom.
Deep freeze. Aeropons.
Hereupon say Dinobeast. Big Fogbeast go down. Go boom. Oh no, Melia go sepia tone.
We did it.
Well, in Japanese they were different. Melia and yeah, Melia and Helmlin are two different voice actors. So yeah, this is them fixing up junks and just leaving them there, I guess.
Yep.
Guess Melia's staying. Oh my god, they're back after like 3 months. Ah! Oh, Ransom came back with them. Hey, it's Ricky.
He's alive.
Hereupon live to save day. What you mean day already saved? Ah, so they just brought people back. I think. Maybe? You would think after like a year they'd have made like one more flying ship.
Yeah. It's him.
Him. No, it's Rhine time. It's good to know Fiora's hair hasn't grown at all in a year.
Yep.
It's like the one Telethia there. There he is! He's here! Yeah! Woo! Woo! I can't do it. My throat's killing me if I do that. There we go. I got it.
They're waiting for you, Melia.
Does this world need a coronation? I just don't see the point.
Don't say that. It is the will of the people. It will mark the birth of a new era.
You'd also have been a fine choice.
Yes, well. I'm occupied with my research, as you know, Empress Melia.
Don't mock me.
God, her arms are so tiny.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yes.
Some One Piece arms.
At least it's not a one. At least it's not a one-piece waistline.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab that screenshot. Be a good for thumbnail. If I can't find a like PNG.
Yeah. Pung.
Pung. So that's future connected. What waistline? See, Phoenix gets it.
The future has now been connected. We have connected the future. And what if it's future connect? Because they're connecting it to the future, which is 3.
Oh, now Xenoblade Chronicles 3 now only available on Xbox Connect.
Oof. You have to wave your hand to slash the Monado.
No, you have to make the symbols with your hand, like Power Ranger Samurai style, to get the Monado to change forms. God, that would be so bad.
And you have to say it's rhyme time, for something. I don't know.
No, that's how you activate the summons. You have to speak into the mic. No, it's Rhine time, and it comes and like just bonks the enemy. Bonk. Hold on, let's see if I can't. Actually, no, I can just probably open Firefox. See if I can't capture it on OBS.
Weather, rising storm.
Let me see if I can. So I want to watch the trailer after that.
Yeah, rewatching the trailer after everything we've watched now would probably be a smart idea.
Because we've watched 2 recently.
Yes, we've watched 2 recently. We've watched this. You have gotten a refresher on all of 1.
Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and mute that. Keep it up. Then let's see if I can't get this working. Window capture. Let's do Firefox here. We want. Oh, sweet. We can capture cursor. I don't think it'll work. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't match my screen entirely, but that sucks. Put it under all of this stuff. And but bam. I go over here. Oh, Discord's having a blast right now, trying to load everything.
Yeah, I believe it. Alright, I can see.
Alright. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's so loud. I didn't even get a chance to do anything. Which... Oh my god, the subtitles.
Nintendo Switch snap.
Alright. Turn off the subtitles and... There we go. That works much better. Okay. Ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Fighting in order to live, and living to fight. That's the way of our world.
Jesus Christ, thing's huge.
Yep.
Tell me, what would possess you to side with them?
We're fighting because there are enemies to kill.
I refuse to believe you're him.
I knew it. I saw this coming.
You're not enemies now.
Fine for you, isn't it? All that time you've got.
You could try to move forwards again.
How can our lives be so snuffing little to you?
They're not your friends
Snuffing
anymore.
little?
They're his fuel.
Sword march. The land pierced by a great sword. It's the only way you're gonna defeat the real enemy.
This is so loud.
Whatever life is lost, I won't let you shoulder it all alone.
What good filling up these flickering clocks in our eyes? It will never replace the friends we've lost.
The flame clock, it has to go.
She looks like female Astolfo.
Who bore this world. They must be erased without a trace.
Like that one Gormati, like, looks like female Astolfo.
Yeah.
So there's like a giant head in the back there.
Yeah. A big old
That
sword.
that looks like the Mechonis sword.
Yeah, it does.
Like, turn this down a little bit first. It's like, but that looks like the Mechonis sword.
Yeah.
Man, that potentially could be like an old Titan.
Yeah.
I thought Xenoblade was coming out like this month.
I thought so too.
There you are.
Boom.
You monsters.
Can you replay it? We can replay the trailer in a sec. I wanted to see what this one was though.
The world, our enemy.
Even though we're being chased by both nations at once.
There's a reason we met. There has to be.
Music ends. Heroic orchestral music. Characters yelling. They definitely took some inspiration from Xenoblade 2 with the combat.
Yeah. Teeth.
Teefies.
Hashtag Fang supremacy.
I felt her thoughts. There were so many. And then they were a part of me. How are you inside me?
Oh my god, they fuse! Let's get stuck in? Excuse me? Do you want to have literally any other line?
It's definitely an interesting mechanic.
Are they in? Hold on. Hold on. They in space?
Looks like it, yeah. Because at first I thought that was like a shield bubble or something like
I
a,
did
or a
too,
force.
but like you can see like the clouds like right
Yeah.
here, like all over the place.
Yeah, it
So
definitely
it
looks
is
like
a blade and human fusion. I still don't think it's blades, but I see it. Also, like, look at this. Look at these dapper and like gang Nopon right here.
yeah.
It's the Nopon street gang.
Henceforth, all orders are rescinded. Eliminate Ouroboros at all costs.
That is my revenge. It's payback for Nimue dying with her wish unfulfilled.
It's a wild ride, this passage of fate. We got ourselves a nice little awakening.
I didn't see the Blade Eater.
My way demands we fight. Come then, and test your mettle against my lance.
That is such a big party list.
All the techniques I can
Yeah.
use with it are flashing before my eyes.
The only thing that can change all this is the will of Ouroboros. You kids, and you alone.
Not that I
Oh
have
yeah.
much time to
Did you
spare,
see it?
but soon.
See what?
Is the will of Ouroboros.
I'll show you in a sec. You get a good view of it, like right here, right there.
Oh yeah.
It's the Blade Eater gem. So you're right. I didn't see it before. So yeah, they're definitely blades. So yeah, this has to be a fusion of 1 and 2 somehow.
Yeah.
Not that I have all that much
That's the
time to
gimmick.
spare.
That's why it's fusion.
Finding a path that lets us all live. I will make that my mission.
So it's next month. Okay, I could have sworn it was this month.
I did think that it was in July, but then for some reason I guess I just mixed up the date.
Yeah, there we go. That's it.
Cool. The extra month of me trying to get you to play Dragon's Crown.
It's an extra month that I have of like trying to finish 100% in Xenoblade 2.
No.
All I've seriously at this point, all I've got to do is do the blade affinities and maybe the quest. That's it. It's not gonna take too long. I did the hard part was grinding for Cosmos.
Yeah.
And getting the DLC blades. That was fun.
Yep.
What do you think of Future Connected?
Are you asking me
Yeah.
or people in chat?
Both. Have I done NG Plus? No, I don't know if I'll do NG Plus. Depends on how I feel after I'm done 100%ing it, because I know there's more stuff in NG Plus. But how'd you feel about Future Connected?
I think it's all right. I think the beginning was a bit because there were like points that, like at the beginning where it's like, oh, they, went to the companions and then the companions were like, hey, blah blah blah. And then she went back to and then when they went to the ramparts, they went over again the same stuff they already went over, but then only after they reiterated what they had already said in a previous scene, that's when they added onto it with the extra bit. So I'm just sitting here like, did you really need to repeat everything you just said in one of the previous scenes before going to like a deeper explanation?
The
So
one
I
thing
feel
you
like,
gotta remember is like I think there are bits in the DLC where there are text bubbles. I don't
yeah,
know. Um, so I was like, it's not amazing, but again, like, I think it may have taken me like with grinding like 20 hours to beat this DLC.
yeah, but I also feel like the stakes were kind of ham-fisty because like it suddenly was like, oh, now this is expanding outside of this, and now is going to be like a threat. So they were, slowly working on the problem, but then all of a sudden it is now way worse, and now they have to expedite that just because it suddenly got worse, and it's just like it suddenly got worse, and in a way that it's just like, I guess.
I think they should have escalated it a little bit more for him.
Slower.
Like, well, like not even like not necessarily slower. So you had like the rift like widening, but it went from like inside the city to like this big thing in the sky.
Yeah,
They could have had like a step or two in between
yeah.
where they look up is like, is the rift getting bigger? And then it's like, hey, like the rift is like huge now. Like, oh fuck, this is like a problem.
And then also, as we saw obviously later, where there were continuous waves of these, beasts attacking them, which, is what I mentioned before. It's like it sure is weird that they're getting attacked by these, which, obviously when I said it is, yeah, there were beasts directly around them, but it's like obviously they got rid of them. So now we have, everything on the island coming to that centralized location. So we have things on the other side of the map coming to that point specifically. Why? It's like, wouldn't those things, be attacking anything that is like nearby and not going to a specific point?
Maybe they did. Who knows? There's probably
I
some
don't know.
stuff that we didn't get, but
Yeah.
I love
I just think it's, takes a little bit away from the immersion, I suppose.
I love the weather type of the final cut scene. Cannot be changed, and it is called Rising Storm.
I did mention that. I did mention it.
I don't remember you mentioning it.
I mentioned it right before we swapped over to trailer stuff. So I'm like, ha, the weather is rising storms. Similar to 14 and the apocalypse weather.
It's so good. I loved that. I was like just being able to be like, oh, the weather of dungeon says apocalypse. Oops. Why are you worried about what the weather is, fucker? It's raining meteors and people are dying. What are you doing? We'll get there in about, I don't know, 8 months of New Game Plus. Anyone's streaming right now. Lanny's doing Dumbkins and Wagons, but I don't want to spoil myself on that.
Yeah, you don't want to.
What is this? Yeah, no one's really live right now to raid. But Wednesday's no expectables, but are you still gonna do your nap?
Probably not.
Alright, so I don't know if I'll I think I could probably stream this Wednesday. But I might do it at a later time than I would normally. And start the Spidey Man.
Spooters.
I am
Spooters,
still
man.
I am still somehow remained blind on that game, and I don't get it. I've not seen
I can
shit.
fix that. I can fix that.
I will find you. I know approximately where you live.
Now, only approximations.
When's my Spiders Man game? Actual superhero, by the way. Actual Spider-Man.
Look on Ichio. I'm probably sure there is one.
I'm not kidding, by the way. That is an actual thing.
Yes.
Where's
Where's my Calendar Man game?
No, it's a collection of spiders that form together and think they're Peter Parker.
Yep.
I don't know how that works, but it's a canon thing that exists.
Comic logic.
It is, in fact, comic logic. But we could probably... How long, if I looked up, before we end, I want to look up how long Xenoblade X is with the cutscenes. Xenoblade Chronicles X cutscenes. I also want to point out that I searched Xenoblade Chronicles, and the first thing that showed up was "Don't Forget Me." Okay, so from Gamer's Little Playground, it is 6 hours.
Ew.
If I go based on this one, it's 8 hours and 17 minutes. This one's 7 hours. I wonder if I could find the one channel that I used, but might just go with Gamer's Little Playground. I think that's what you used, isn't it?
I think so.
I think they're okay. But yeah, like 6 hours. We'd probably split that into 2 streams if we wanted to watch that on stream.
Yeah, we would have to probably split that.
So I don't think there's a day that like I could do it where I don't work the next day, and you don't work the next day.
Yup.
Because if we could do that, we could just sit here for 7 hours. Just be like, hey, I'm gonna stop for like 10 minutes, get some food.
Yeah, bio break. Little bio break here and there.
So Japanese Spider-Man is giant lion-headed robot. Yup, Tokusatsu Spider-Man. Fucking weeb shit right there. It's the good stuff. But anyways, I think we'll stop here. Catch you guys next time for
later
something.
Something.